I took a very long break from practicing witchcraft. And someone asked me to tell that story and what happened. And so this video is for them. I had become very powerful. I practiced quite a bit. I studied shamanism and I did journeying, and I was working on healing the soul. And I cast spells quite often just for the fun of it to see if they worked. And I did a lot of divination and a lot of meditation. And I became quite proficient. Now, what happened was I came into a relationship that I was unsure about. And I required and requested help in that relationship. And I called on the goddess Baba Yaga. And if you know anything about Baba Yaga, you must have clean hands. I'm sorry about the background noise. My Rottweiler's having a little tantrum over there. He's kind of whining. So ignore him for now. But anyway, you must have clean hands in the situation, which means you must have done no wrong. Someone has wronged you or is wronging you, and you haven't done anything to deserve it. And so what I did is I called on Baba Yaga and I said, Goddess, protect me. I think something's happening, but I'm not sure. And if this person is doing something wrong against me, then please let it be known and let that person suffer the consequences for their actions and protect me in this situation. And she did, fiercely. And she attached herself to me from that moment on in my life. And she was with me for, probably 2 to 3 years after that point. And at first I really appreciated her protection, and I knew it was her. I knew that she was protecting me and guiding me. And every time someone wronged me, she went after them, and she went after them hard. And it got to a point where people were really getting hurt. And in some cases, I guess the punishment did not fit the crime. They were small slights, and she attacked them fiercely. And it got to a point where it scared me. And I stopped practicing for a good 10 years because of it. And to give you some examples, one person went to jail. They had been in trouble in the past, and they were threatening me physically, with physical harm. And they were caught, and they served 2 years, not for what they had done to me, but for just a probation violation, because they were in trouble again. They said, we don't need you to prosecute. We're going to take care of it for you. Don't you worry. And off he went. And that was fine. I was fine with that. And that was the initial time that I had called her. I was fine with that outcome. After that, there was someone else I was dating, and he had made a promise to just a friend to take her to the movies when a certain movie had been released. And this promise was made before I was dating this person, and I was only dating them casually. I was not serious about them, and I was a little put off by that. Just that, if you guys made this arrangement before we were dating, that's fine, but if there's really nothing going on, why wouldn't you invite me along if it's just a friendly, just going to the movies? And that was just all that had gone through my mind. Why wouldn't you invite me as well? Well, what happened to the girl was she got a phone call. Her ex-boyfriend wanted to reconcile, and she was all for it. So he lived in a different state and asked her to join him. So she canceled the date with my boyfriend, and he called me up at work even. I got a phone call. You've got a phone call in the break room. And so I went to take the phone call, and this was before cell phones. And he said she's reconciling with her boyfriend and she's packing to leave, and so she's canceled our arrangement. Would you like to go with me to see this movie that I've been wanting to see? And I was like, perfect, I'll go. Well, that was okay. That was fine. You know, this remedied that situation. But what happened next was the scary part. She, on this trip to meet her boyfriend out of state, rolled her car 3 times and was in a coma for 3 days. 3's always been my number. And so that told me this was me. That was my sign to me that this is what happened, because she had slighted me. She was going to go out on a date with my boyfriend. Okay, the relationship didn't last. Like I said, it was just casual dating, and I wasn't serious about him, but that scared me. Okay, that was my first wake-up call. And secondly, the job that I had, I was not popular in, and I wasn't really sure why. People were judging me, and they were judging me very harshly. And it could have been because I was a pagan. It could have been because I was a witch. It could have been I was dating someone's ex-husband. It could have been a lot of things. I don't know. But on my particular team where I worked, and it was a little team, I was getting a lot of flack. And the manager, I felt the manager was at fault. Turned out she wasn't. It was the entire team. Okay, but in my mind, it was the manager. She was picking. She'd follow me to the bathroom to see if I was really in the bathroom, using the bathroom, or if I was on the cell phone. She, little things like that. And so I felt she was really abusing me, and I tried to rectify it. I gave her a little dish for Christmas one year that had crystals in it. And that was my way of removing the negativity in the workspace. I tried little means like that. Always loving. And I heard through the grapevine that she was looking for another job. And I said, okay, that's probably it. She's just really unhappy in her job. And so she's taking it out on me. So what I did is I just said, universe, because I use the law of attraction instead of casting if I can. Universe, if she's looking for another job, let her find it. If she's so unhappy here, let her go on her way so that she will be happy and stop abusing me. So what happened was, next, about a week later, we got word that she was leaving. She hadn't found another job. She was going on medical leave. Her cancer had returned, and she was dying. And that wasn't at all what I intended. I wanted her to go with love and be happy. Well, she was going to a greater existence, and she would probably be very happy at that point, but that scared me. The next thing that happened was I got fired. And the reason that was given was my team just didn't like me and didn't want to work with me. Now, this wasn't an excuse that they could legally fire me. And if I wanted to, I could have sued and probably could have won, but it would have been a long, drawn-out battle. I chose to go a different route. What I did was I sat on my butt on unemployment and let them pay me for not working. And that was just fine because I got almost as much money for not working as I did for working. And I rode it out. I sat for about 2 years just on unemployment, and I was like, you don't want me to work there? That's fine. I just sat home, played with my kids, had another baby, started another relationship. That was fine with me. So what happened to the team? That team was dissolved. The company decided they didn't need that team anymore, and they just disbanded it. Boom. That entire team that had targeted me and had me fired were not all out of a job. And we're talking about a group of 6 women. Okay? They were gone. No jobs. So that told me that I had a fierce protector. And like I said, I try to resolve things with love in a teaching way if I have to, but with love. Go in peace. Just leave me alone. But Baba Yaga didn't see it that way. She felt they needed to be punished, and she punished them fiercely. And like I said, it scared me a little bit. I felt like I was becoming too powerful, and I wasn't intending to hurt people. And so I just stopped casting for a long time. I still meditated occasionally, but as time went on, it got less and less and less. I kept with my tarot cards and my oracle cards. They have been lifelong friends, but that was all I did after that point. Until, probably a good 5-6 years ago, I picked it back up and started small candle magic, and always the law of attraction. If I can use the law of attraction to just manifest what I need from the universe, I will always do that, because that keeps me from doing anything too harsh, I should say, or having anything rebound. Nothing's ever rebounded on me, but it has come really harsh on other people at times when I didn't intend that. So for you that asked for this story, because I've casually mentioned it before, this is it. Tell me your stories. I love to hear other people's stories too. Have a good day, guys.